Coming up next, Weeknight there with Ellie Muller. That's right, it's coming up next on the one and only Nick at Night. When late night TV breaks, we fix it. From the gorgeous YouTube dojo, did you bring the tea? You did? Great, because this episode is going to be pretty fascinating. It's Weeknight there with Ellie Muller. And now, our man who's going to talk about tea tonight. Really? This show is going to be about tea tonight? Really? Damn, we need to start rehearsing this thing. Oh boy. He is the one and only Mr. Ellie Muller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. My name is Ellie Muller. What's up? Alright, the theme song was composed by Dalek Mantis Piano, and Troy's Gaming Spot is Weeknight Update Storyteller. And they are two of our Shoutout Spotlight winners tonight. Along with Eva Empty, Dragon Ball and Horror, and Has Been Hotel Fan 2004. Hopefully she'll return to this program very, very soon. Pierre Kelly, GD Cube, the YouTuber aka GD Cube, Alex K's Toon Zone, Candy Bar Tunes, Bob Corley, Visionet Media, Lower Core, Bias Chris Sport 2, Todd Weeby Do Not Attack, Todd Weeby Upset, Small Tweet Be Active, and Anchor Train Rail Fan. Please check all those people out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to find out what's up. What's up with tea? A drink that will always be hot and sweet. Hey, it's true. Now, green tea is healthier than dark chocolate because it has no fat, sugar, or calories. Wow. So that's why supermodels love green tea, huh? Now here are 5 types of tea that will lower your cholesterol naturally. Green tea, black tea, ginger tea, oolong tea, and hibiscus tea. Wow. I don't know what else to say except drink them up. That's right, drink them up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to bring out MP and the Pink Cat because it's time for another Top 8 list. MP Pink Cat, let's go! You got it, boss. Tonight's category, Top 8 things that you should never put in tea. Number 8, urine. Number 7, poop. Number 6, vomit. Number 5, sweat. Number 4, armpit hair. Number 3, shaving cream. Number 2, mud. And number 1, dirt. Really? What kind of a top 8 list was that, huh? I have no idea. I see. Well, let's move on to the rest of the show. Good idea. Thank you, boys. Thanks a lot. You know what? Do a hashtag Weeknight Update. Hashtag Ellie for late night. Hashtag Ellie for adults. Hashtag spread around. And hashtag autism is awesome. Get those hashtags on social media, please. And while I like this thing, subscribe and bell, share, and chat in the comment section down below. Whoever do, please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with the in-between monologue, Toy Story, a moment for everyone to talk time, bad advice, and this week's Count of the Week question. Remember, this is still Weeknight Update, and now here it is. Your father, hey.
God, I'm hungry.
Nick at Night is comfy as your favorite jeans, the ones that fit just right. Comfy, 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 that's Nick at Night.
In the next hour, you know how many people will call Empire about carpeting? This many, that's how many. If you're one of them and you buy carpeting, you'll get a free gift. a new push-button telephone, or Bissell shampoo, free with any carpet order during Empire's 25th anniversary celebration. So call now and you'll not only get good carpeting at a fair price delivered in 72 hours, you get a telephone or a Bissell shampoo, free with any order. Do we know the number?
588-2300 Empire.
Take away the precious jewels and you'd still have beautiful women. Take away the fancy tuxedos and you'd still have handsome men. But take away the Armstrong floors and you wouldn't have a pretty leg to stand on. So to keep you on the level you're used to, Armstrong has floors that are the height of fashion. Floors you can dance on, floors you can have a little romance on. Armstrong floors, a very necessary elegance.
You'd be so nice to come home to.
Welcome back to Week Update. Yes! Tori's Gaming Spot will have another story for everyone in a few moments. But first, buckle up and drink some tea because it's time for the in-between monologue. Tea is the world's second most consumed beverage after water, and everyone consumes 3 billion cups of tea a day. Wait, the supermodels are probably drinking 890,000 cups of tea an hour right now. Ouch! Chinese Emperor Shen Nung discovered tea in 2732 BC and leaves fell into his pot of boiling water. You might call that an accident, but about 500,000 people would call that a successful recipe. You be the judge. It takes 2,000 tiny tea leaves to make 1 pound of finished tea. So if you can find 2,000 tiny tea leaves on the ground, then you can officially make some tea without having to go out in the store and buy a few tea bags. Speaking of tea bags were invented by Thomas Sullivan in 1904, and he did that by accidentally sending tea samples to everyone in small silk pouches. In other words, Thomas Sullivan showed everyone that new inventions don't have to be big in order to be fascinating. And finally, despite the fact that tea has caffeine, it can still help you maintain healthy teeth because of its natural fluoride. So drink your tea, brush your floors with teeth, and use mouthwash. You and your dentist can thank me later. By the way, for those of you who have already forgotten, drink your tea, brush and floss your teeth, and use mouthwash. Thank you very much. Now, it's time for Tori's story. Go ahead, Tori.
Hey guys, Tori Mullins here, and welcome back to Tori's Story. So the next story I'm going to be telling you is about one of my favorite drinks in the whole world, tea. I like sweet tea the most. But anyways, here's the story. Along with firewood, rice, oil, salt, soy sauce, and vinegar, tea is considered to be one of the 7 necessities of Chinese life. With history dating back nearly 5,000 years, tea drinking became widespread in China before the commodity and had even been heard of in the West. Tea has been discovered in Chinese tombs dating as far back as the Han dynasty. Six two 206-220 AD. Today, tea is enjoyed worldwide. The British are particularly renowned for their love of the stuff and drink 100 million cups a day, which adds up to nearly 36 billion a year. However, the trade of tea between Britain and China has a long and rocky history, with the countries going so far as waging the opinion wars, at least in part over the sale of the commodity. The end. That's the story about tea. So stay tuned where I tell the next story. Bye, guys.
Thanks very much, Tori. That was refreshing and sweet. Let's have a moment for everyone, huh? You know, so many people think that drinking tea will make you lose a lot of weight and become extremely healthy. Well, let me tell you something. If you are extremely skinny and if you are starving yourself, then you are not healthy at all. Hey, all the doctors will agree with me. Now, tea is good for you. I mean, we've all seen the old commercials and memes about our current. Oh boy. Now, don't get me wrong. Tea is good for you. Alright? We've all seen the old commercials and memes about Kermit the Frog drinking tea. Hey, it relates to the topic, so you know I'm about to bring it up. Hey, you know I'm about to bring it up. Come on. Anyway, we have to remember that too much of a good thing isn't a good thing. Let me tell you why, alright? These supermodels always drink tea, and they don't really consume anything else. Why? They know if they're extremely skinny, and they will continue to make money. The same goes for bodybuilders. As for the extreme dieters, they want to be like the bodybuilders and the supermodels. Hey, newsflash, going down that path would only ruin everything for everyone. So please, drink tea in moderation. And make sure you eat regularly. You can thank me later. Right now, it is talking time. Here we go. All right, we begin this talking time segment with a battle. That's right, not just a battle, oh no. A battle between dark chocolate and green tea for the healthiest, non-water, non-foodie treat ever. Still working on the title for that magazine. Anyway, listen to this, all right? As you know, dark chocolate contains antioxidants called flavonoids, which belong to a broader family of plant compounds known as flavonoids. And those flavonoids and help you, make your heart go faster or work faster, and reduce inflammation. And those flavonoids can help you make your heart stronger, reduce inflammation, and improve blood vessel function, or the function, and improve the blood vessel function. All right. In contrast, green tea has antioxidants of its own, including ECG, and EGCG. All those are polyphenols. And those things do the same things that, dark chocolate does. Of course, green tea, listen to me carefully, has something unique. That's right. Green tea, although it has caffeine like dark chocolate, also has a little thing called the lack of calories, and also has the lack of sugar. So, wow, that was something. Now, in order to have your cholesterol lowered naturally, you should drink the following teas. Green tea. Why is green tea number one on this list? Because it has catechins that will lower your low-density lipoprotein cholesterol. Number two is black tea. Because black tea has plant compounds called polyphenols. And the polyphenols can do the same thing that green tea does. Not only that, but black tea can also help you lose weight and reduce how much fat and sugar your body can absorb. Number three is ginger tea. And it's a warm, comforting tea that is supposed to help you feel better when you have a cold. Of course, it also has and ginger tea has compounds that may reduce inflammation. Oh, that's something that you won't learn in school. Well, there you go. Number four is oolong tea. It's a combination. Now, oolong tea has catechins and other polyphenols. So, yeah, that tea can help your digestive system work a little bit faster. And finally, hibiscus tea. That's number five. And it's a caffeine-free tea that can lower your LDL cholesterol while also boosting your high density lipoprotein at the same time. Wow. I must say that was mind-boggling. Now, how about some random advice for the world, huh? If you drink a lot of tea, then you will feel better. Of course, plan to spend 40 minutes in the bathroom after drinking 18 cups of tea. If you drink tea every day for 3 weeks, then you will lose at least 120 pounds. Of course, that's because you'll spend half of your time in the bathroom. If you are drinking tea to stay warm in the winter or to recover from a certain type of illness, then you will recover very quickly. Of course, don't expect to turn into Hercules or Spider-Man or any other superhero. And finally, if you go on an all-tea diet, then you will be extremely sick, extremely starving, extremely skinny, and extremely upset. Hey, that's the ultimate definition of an extreme diet. Now, let's go over this week's Count of the Week question, shall we? Alright. If you had to eat one dessert every day for 10 years, and you had to choose between apple pie, banana cream pie, and banana pudding, then what would you rather eat and why? Go over to the post section of my YouTube channel page and answer that question as honestly and as thoughtfully as you can. That's it for tonight's episode of Weeknight Update. I'll see you tomorrow night. That's the news. I'm out, skis, 4x4.
Nick at Night is comfy as your favorite jeans, the ones that fit just right. Comfy, 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 that's Nick at Night.